The silence in Egan was shattered this morning by a move that few saw coming, but everyone will be talking about for weeks. As we dig into the tactical ripple effects inside the Vikings facility, it is clear that the front office is not content with the status quo. We are witnessing a calculated, aggressive shift in how this team approaches the quarterback position, signaling a deeper evolution in the way they intend to compete in an increasingly volatile NFC North. Here is what you need to know about the latest high-stakes decision.
The landscape of the Minnesota Vikings roster underwent a seismic shift this Friday as the organization officially secured the services of veteran quarterback Kyler Murray on a one-year deal. This transaction, first reported by ESPN, comes at a pivotal juncture for the franchise as they navigate the complexities of the modern NFL salary cap era. The structure of the agreement is particularly intriguing to league observers because it is set at the veteran minimum salary, a testament to the unique financial circumstances surrounding the move. By leveraging the specific terms of the existing contractual obligations between Kyler Murray and his former team, the Arizona Cardinals, Minnesota has essentially acquired a high-upside asset without the traditional prohibitive financial burden that usually accompanies a player of his historical pedigree. This is the definition of a low-risk, high-reward gambit that general managers dream of executing when trying to bolster their depth chart. From a logistical standpoint, the deal allows the Cardinals to retain responsibility for the remainder of the guaranteed money owed to the signal caller, while the Vikings gain a player who has proven capable of performing at an elite level during his tenure in the desert. The timing of this announcement is far from coincidental, arriving just as the team prepares to enter the next phase of their offseason program. Insiders within the building suggest that the decision was driven by a desire to bring in a specific skill set that complements the current offensive philosophy being installed by the coaching staff. By bringing in a veteran with significant starting experience, the team is insulating itself against the unpredictable nature of an NFL season, where injury and attrition can derail even the most promising campaigns. For the fans, this move brings a blend of excitement and curiosity about how exactly the coaching staff plans to integrate such a dynamic presence into the locker room dynamic. The sheer logistical maneuvering required to finalize a deal of this nature indicates a level of sophistication in the front office that has been a hallmark of the current administration. They are clearly signaling to the rest of the division that they are willing to explore every avenue to improve the competitive floor of the roster. While the immediate focus is on the financial efficiency of the contract, the deeper conversation is about the tactical flexibility this provides. The front office is betting that a change of scenery and a specific role within the system will bring out the best in the veteran. It is a bold move that demands attention, as it fundamentally changes the perception of what the team is capable of achieving in the upcoming year. The details remain fluid, but the core fact is undeniable. A major talent has arrived in Minnesota, and the implications for the team's trajectory are significant as they look to build upon their existing foundation. The front office has essentially opened up a new chapter in their quarterback evaluation process, ensuring that they have the personnel necessary to execute their vision, regardless of what happens over the coming months. If you want to keep getting exclusive insights and deep dive analysis like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel now and hit the notification bell so you never miss a breaking update.
Analyzing the arrival of Kyler Murray requires us to look beyond the surface-level contract terms and dive deep into the schematic architecture of the Minnesota offense. This is a classic case of evaluating a player's specific toolset against the requirements of the system. We are talking about a quarterback whose mobility has historically been a defining trait, forcing defenses to account for an extra gap in the run game and complicating the assignment for edge defenders on every single snap. When you integrate a player like Kyler Murray into a scheme that emphasizes quick decision-making and precise timing, you create a unique problem for opposing defensive coordinators. The tactical fit here is fascinating because it forces defenses to play with more discipline. They cannot simply pin their ears back and rush the passer without fear of the quarterback escaping the pocket. This creates natural lanes for the skill position players to operate in, as linebackers and safeties are forced to keep their eyes in the backfield. From a scheme standpoint, the coaching staff likely views this as an opportunity to add wrinkles that were previously unavailable. We might see an increase in read option looks or RPO concepts that take advantage of the vertical threat he represents even outside the pocket. The salary cap implications are equally noteworthy. By securing him at the veteran minimum, the front office has maintained the flexibility required to address other critical areas of the roster. This is not about committing long-term capital to a single position. It is about maximizing the value of the current roster construction. The math works perfectly for a team that is trying to remain competitive while navigating the tight constraints of the league's financial regulations. Scouts have long praised the processing speed that Kyler Murray brings to the table, and in a system that demands rapid reading of coverage shells, that speed is an invaluable asset. If the coaching staff can successfully harness that processing capability, we are looking at a scenario where the offense becomes significantly more unpredictable. The pressure is now on the position coaches to get him up to speed with the verbiage and the nuances of the playbook as quickly as possible. This is not just a depth signing, it is an upgrade to the intellectual and physical capabilities of the quarterback room. We are looking at a veteran who has navigated high-pressure environments before, and that experience is something that cannot be taught. The way he approaches the game from a mental standpoint, combined with the raw physical ability that made him a top draft pick, provides a fascinating baseline for growth. It is a calculated gamble on talent that is currently undervalued by the wider market. The tactical ceiling of this team has just been raised because they now have a legitimate contingency plan that can execute the scheme at a high level. Every drill in practice will now have a different intensity because the competition for reps is going to be fierce. This is what depth looks like in a modern championship-caliber team. The coaching staff is clearly prioritizing players who have the versatility to function in multiple roles, and this addition aligns perfectly with that overarching philosophy. By bringing in a veteran with this specific background, the Vikings are ensuring that their tactical identity remains intact even when circumstances change. It is a move that reflects deep preparation and a clear understanding of the market.
Looking at the long-term implications, the acquisition of Kyler Murray serves as a powerful statement about the organization's commitment to winning in the immediate window. This is not a move for a team in rebuilding mode. It is a move for a team that believes they are on the cusp of something substantial. The division, which is known for its physical brand of football, just got a lot more interesting. When you have a player like Kyler Murray in the building, the way other teams prepare for you changes. Division rivals are now going to have to dedicate additional time in their game planning sessions to account for the unique challenges he presents. This is the definition of a force multiplier. Furthermore, the psychological impact on the locker room should not be underestimated. Players see moves like this and understand that the front office is doing everything in their power to provide them with the best possible opportunity to succeed. It creates a culture of accountability and high expectations. The fans have every right to be energized by this development. It is the kind of aggressive, forward-thinking maneuver that reminds everyone why they follow this team so closely. As we look toward the upcoming season, the narrative around the Vikings is going to shift from one of uncertainty to one of intrigue and potential. There is a palpable sense that the team is building something that can withstand the rigors of a long, grueling year. The rivalry games against the Packers, Bears, and Lions take on a new dimension when you have this level of talent waiting in the wings. It forces the rest of the NFC North to respect the depth of the roster. The long-term vision here is about building a sustainable winner, and that requires making tough, smart decisions when the opportunity presents itself. By securing a player of this caliber, the team has effectively insulated itself against the volatility that often characterizes the quarterback position. The future is never guaranteed in the NFL, but the Vikings have put themselves in a position to control their own destiny. This is about more than just 1 year. It is about setting a standard for how the organization operates. Every move made today is a brick in the foundation of the championship window. The supporters should be watching closely, as the integration of this veteran presence will be one of the most compelling storylines to follow throughout the offseason. It is a clear sign that the leadership is not satisfied with being good, they want to be great. The impact of this signing will be felt in every meeting room, every practice session, and ultimately on the field when the games start to matter. The organization has sent a signal that they are ready to compete at the highest level. We are witnessing a pivotal moment in the team's history, and the coming months will reveal just how significant this particular piece of the puzzle truly is to the overall goal.
The arrival of Kyler Murray is a clear indication that the Vikings are pushing all their chips toward a competitive season. This is the kind of aggressive move that defines a front office's legacy and sets the tone for the entire locker room. We have gone from wondering about the depth of the roster to analyzing how a high-level veteran changes the entire tactical ceiling. It is a fascinating development, and I want to hear your take on it. Do you think this move gives the Vikings the edge they need to take over the division this year? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I am your insider, signing off for now.